Today we are going to have a quick revision of the first two chapters of commercial studies, that is stakeholders in commercial organizations and marketing and sales. Now starting off with the first chapter, that is stakeholders in commercial organizations. In this chapter children, if you remember, we had covered what do we mean by stakeholders as the first topic. So, children, stakeholders refer to all those individuals, groups, and institutions which have a stake in the functioning and performance of a commercial organization or business enterprise. So, in this, children, we must know that a person is said to be stakeholder when that person has an interest in the organization. You also must know that stakeholders play a vital role in determining the success and failure of a business or enterprise or organization. Stakeholders, children, we have discussed in this that can be both positive and negative impact towards the commercial organizations. You must also know as to who all are the stakeholders in an organization. The next topic which we have covered in this chapter is the meaning of shareholders. When we talk about shareholders, as discussed earlier, let us recapitulate the persons and group who own shares of the companies are known as shareholders. They contribute the company's share capital and take in even the losses at times. Now, talking about the perspective of exam, questions can come to you in MCQ as to the shareholders contribute to a company dash, that is share capital. So you should children learn the key points in these topics. Then you must also know that stakeholders is used in connection to business enterprises such as sole proprietorship, partnership, joint stock company, etc. And shareholders are used only in context of a joint stock company. So this can also come to you in an MCQ question. Now let us talk about other topics. The next topic is meaning of a customer. As to who is a customer, children, as discussed earlier also, customer is also known as the king. No business, children, can survive and grow without the satisfaction of the customers. So this can also come to you in an MCQ question as to in a fill up say no business can survive and grow without dash, that is satisfying the customers. Now, who all are the customers? They are important groups. Business exists to earn profits through the satisfaction and needs and wants of its customers. Customer is not a stakeholder. This is also quite important, children. You must know that a customer is not a stakeholder as he does not have any stake in the firm. Then, children, you must also know as to what is the difference between a stakeholder and a customer. In this, you must learn the key points such as stakeholders like shareholders and employees have the financial stake. So the key point is they have the financial stake in the organization. Whereas when we talk about a customer do not have the financial stake in the organization. So children, you must know what is the difference and you must learn all the points so that you are very much clear when they come to you in an MCQ question. Then you must also know that the stakeholders can take risk of the organization, whereas a customer, he never takes any kind of risk in the organization. When we talk about the products, children, products are not manufactured according to the taste of the stakeholders, but products are manufactured according to the taste of the customers. So if this question comes to you, it may come to you dash are made or manufactured according to the taste of the customers. So in this you would write products Or it may come the other way around also. Products are manufactured according to the tastes of dash. So the options given to you can be customers, stakeholders, shareholders. In that, you would tick mark the customers. So this is the way, children, you must know the key words in every chapter for attempting the objective type questions. Now, let us talk about the internal and external stakeholders. Children, in this, we have covered that the internal stakeholders are those who are involved in business firm from within the organization. They are number one, owners, shareholders, employers, and employees. So you must know who all are part of the internal stakeholders. It can also come to you as a question. Then you must also know who are the external shareholders. Stakeholders who are contributing to the business enterprise from outside the organization, they are termed as the external stakeholders. It may come to you as a definition may be given to you, and you have to just write down the keyword, that is the external shareholders or internal shareholders. Or it may be asked to you, internal shareholders include dash dash dash, or maybe the options are given, you have to tick mark. It may be a mixture of both. So you have to be very conscious when you attempt your paper, because you need to have the conceptual knowledge. Now, when we talk about external stakeholders, children, it includes creditors, suppliers, dealers, competitors, and government. The next topic, children, which we had talked earlier, is the classification of stakeholders. That is, stakeholders are divided into two broad categories. They are primary and secondary. When we talk about primary, children, they are the owners, employees, creditors, dealers, suppliers, and competitors. And when we talk about the secondary, it includes government, media, local community, and general public. Now, children, when we talk about these, there are certain expectations of each one of them. That is, there is an expectation of the stakeholders, expectation of employees and shareholders, expectation of employees, expectations of suppliers, expectation of creditors, of government, of associates or competitors, etc. So, children, you must learn the headings of each one of them as to what all do they expect from the business organization. So MCQ questions can be asked to you from these also. Say for example, the expectation of employers or owners and shareholders and managers dash, and maybe options are given to you. You have to tick the right option. Say I may have given a mixture of things. That is, I may have put in one of creditors, one of the employers, one of the shareholders. You need to check out what the question is seeking for an answer. Say I am asking you about an expectation of the shareholders and you have ticked marked an expectation of a creditor, then you would not get a credit for that answer, because I was looking for a correct answer in terms of the expectation of shareholders. Say the expectation of a shareholder is to get a fair and regular return, whereas in the option this was also given and the other option given was regular payment of interest on the specified times. So you have ticked marked the regular payment of interest at specified times, whereas the correct answer was a fair and regular return on the investments or on their capital. So you need to be, children, very much clear about the concept, about the question which is coming to you. So for that, children, please put in a thorough knowledge of the content. So, in this, children, we had covered the different expectations in terms of shareholders, that is, safety of capital, a fair and regular return, capital appreciation, accurate and up to date and regular information about the working and financial health, equal participation in the policy decisions, and so on. When we talk about children, the expectation of employees, in this, children, we had covered earlier that it includes security of job, continuity of service, a fair remuneration in the form of wages and salaries, safe and comfortable working environment, and so on. When we talk about the expectations of suppliers, children, we had discussed and talked about fair prices for the supplies. They also seek for regular and timely payment according to credit terms, reasonable term of delivery, they also want regular orders for supply, and so on. Expectation of creditors include safety of the loan given by them, regular payment of interest, return on loan on the expiry of the specified time period, security in the form of mortgage, and so on. When we talk about the expectations of government, it includes to follow the law and regulation of the country, to pay all taxes honestly, to avoid corrupting public servants, etc. Now, when we talk about the expectations of the general public, it includes children to protect the environment from any type of pollution, to produce socially desirable products, to help weaker section of the society, to improve the standard of living. So children, kindly read through the lines and learn them as fill-ups, as MCQs, as checkbox questions, and need to have a thorough knowledge. Now moving further to the second chapter, children, that is marketing and sales. In this chapter, children, we had discussed first of all the meaning of marketing. As to what do we mean by marketing? Market. A market is used to refer to a place where buyers and sellers actually meet to buy and sell goods and services. So, in this, a question can come to you. Say, for example, buyers and sellers are interested in exchange of goods and services for dash. So, you have to fill up in this fill up money. So, these types of questions may come to you from this topic. Now, moving on to meaning of marketing. Children, in this, we have two types of meaning of marketing. One is the traditional concept and one is the modern concept. You must know the key definition, the key words which are part of each one of them. Now let us talk about the traditional concept. Children, when we talk about the traditional approach, it focuses merely on the physical process of distribution of the goods and services. And when we talk about the modern concept, children, it simply means marketing means sensing, stimulating, servicing, and satisfying the needs and wants of the present and potential customers in more efficient manner than the competitors. So you must know the definitions clearly and you must know the concept in detail so that if it comes to you in an MCQ question in fill up, you can fill in the right option. You can tick mark the right option. Now moving on further, the next topic which we had covered in this chapter is the objectives of marketing. Now children, in this we had covered the different objectives such as creation of demand, customer satisfaction, market share, profitability and growth, goodwill and standard of living. When you have to prepare for your test for an MCQ, you must know the key words which are there as part of them. Say, for example, in the creation of demand, you must know that, say, I give you a question, dash, dash, and dash are the methods used to create demand and persuade customers to buy. So, in this view, I would have given you options. The options may include one as an answer, say advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, they are the methods. One of the options would have these. So you need to be very much clear in the content part, in the concept part, children. Now let us talk about customer satisfaction. Now, supposingly a question comes to you regarding the same. As to marketing activities begin and end with the dash. So you would mention here customers. The focus is on selling satisfaction rather than selling a specific product or service. So you must know the keywords, children. Now let us talk about market share. Dash goods are offered at reasonable prices to capture a large share in the market. So in this, children, you would mention good quality products, good quality goods. Now if a question comes to you under the head profitability and growth, dash begins and ends with customers. What is it, children? It is modern marketing. It ends and begins with the customers. So this type of questions, children, can come to you in your unit test. So you must learn all of them. You must have a thorough knowledge of the content. I'm again and again mentioning the conceptual knowledge is quite important to appear for the objective examination. Now, when I talk about standard of living, what all does it include or what all does marketing aim at? Number one, providing a wide variety of products and services, supplying new and better quality products, creating more employment opportunities. So you must know as to what all does it look forward to. Now moving on to the next topic, children. Children, go through the differences in a nice way because questions may come to you from them also. That is the difference between marketing and sales. You must know the headings, you must know the content part. Say, for example, dash focuses on the needs of the seller. What does it mean? Selling focuses only on the needs of the seller. Whereas when we talk about marketing, question can come to you, marketing focuses on the needs of dash. It focuses, children, on the needs of the buyer. So you must know the keywords. Again and again I am mentioning the same. Now moving further to the next topic, that is meaning of product. Now what do we mean by a product? Children, a product means a set of tangible physical attributes assembled in an identifiable form that the seller offers to the customers for sale. A question can come to you which may include any one of them as an attribute and rest may not be part of it as a definition. So you should be very much clear about the definitions. You must learn the differences. You must know the keywords. Now let us talk about its key features. So when we talk about the key features of the product, children, it includes tangibility, associate attributes, life cycle, exchange value, need satisfaction. A question can come to you supposingly, children, in this case also. Dash, dash and dash are the stages of the product life cycle. So in this you would mention introduction, growth, maturity and decline stage. It would be given to you as one of the options in the MCQ. Rest all would be incorrect. So you must know the content thoroughly. A question can come to you from the differences also of the product and service. So you must know what all are the points of differentiation between a product and a service. That is commercial services, professional services, personal services, public utility services. All this you must know. You must also learn the tabular charts given in your book in the form of difference between them. Say I may give you a question in this. Say dash is transferable in case of products. So what is transferable, children? Ownership is transferable from the seller to the buyer. Whereas when I give you a question for service, Dash is not transferable in case of the services. Ownership. Services are not transferred in your name. So these types of question you should be prepared for. The next topic, children, in this chapter is the meaning of pricing. The money value of a product service. It is the amount of money seller is asking for the product or service he offer for sale on the amount which buyers are to pay for it. So you must know the key definition of pricing. Then in this, children, you must also know that pricing is important from the point of view of the consumer and seller. And if we talk about, say, giving an example to you, say question comes to you, pricing determines the dash which the seller generates from the market. So pricing in this case from the seller's point of view is the revenue. He determines the revenue which the seller generates from the market. For him, pricing perspective is this. And from the customer's perspective, consumers take their buying decisions and allocate their income with the help of pricing alternatives, goods and services. So for a consumer, when we talk about pricing, pricing determines his dash. It determines his purchasing power as well as his standard of living. Now there are certain objectives of pricing, children, which you must know, and you must know the key words from them also. Say the objectives are target rate of return, market share, then is profit maximization, price stability. So kindly go through the content, children, thoroughly. We will have a rapid fire round for the quick revision of both the chapters. Please go through the video carefully. Listen to the content which I have covered, the examples of the MCQ questions which I have covered. Kindly be prepared for a rapid fire round on the 4th of August as a quick revision for your unit test. Thank you. Have a good day.